All right, it says recording. Awesome. Well, again, welcome everybody. My name is Lisa Yan. I am a Black Diamond with the company. I'm in Rochester, New York, and Judy asked me to fill in tonight. So I am your host, and we have the privilege tonight to hear from a guy I have never met. I've heard great things about him. His name is Sean Kelly. He is from Chicago. He is a police veteran of 15 years, and he has been with us for 16 months. And before we hear from Sean, I will just tell you a little bit about myself. Scott, Sean, if you're on here, just let me know. Because I don't see your name yet, but I'll just talk until I see you on here. So I am from Rochester, New York, and I joined the company. I was one of the lucky ones to be here from the beginning in the pre-launch of 2017. And I heard about there was a product and it was going to do all these amazing things. It was going to make you happy. It was going to help you do this. It was going to help your clarity. What if you could do this? Everything started with what if. And I was like, wow, like, what if that's true? And at the time I was looking for something to go along the side with my health coaching that I was getting into. And I didn't know what it was until it showed up at my door that it was coffee. And earlier that year in 2017, I had started my weight loss journey. I didn't really stick to a strict diet. I was just going to the gym 6 days a week. I cut my carbs and, I was just doing the right things. I wasn't really doing anything strict, and I lost 20 pounds, but I kind of hit a plateau. And so when these products came into my life, I see Sean. Sean, I'll finish up and then we'll have you come on. And I started taking the products, but right before I started them, I had bought a size 12 pair of jeans. And I started taking the products the week before Thanksgiving. And by my birthday, December 27th, I had to go buy a size 10. That was like, I'd never experienced anything like that. And I was like, holy cow. Fast forward, but I'll go back to that first year on the product. Fast forward, I went down from that 12 to a 6, and I've managed to stay there. So not only did it help me lose another 25, almost 30 pounds, but it's helped me maintain keeping that off. So I've been one of the lucky ones that has not gained the COVID 20. I haven't gained the pandemic 20 or whatever it is that they're saying out there. Yes. But back to that first year that I was on the product, you guys, I lost my dad December 27th, which is my birthday. It'll be 8 years of a massive heart attack, and my whole world went upside down. So the holidays totally sucked for me. And that year, I remember I was getting ready to go out, and one of my girlfriends, it was actually a couple days later after New Year's, my girlfriend from Minnesota had messaged me. She asked me how I was doing, and I said, good. And she said, really? Like, do you think it's helped you? And I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, how did you deal with the holidays with your dad being gone? And I said, oh my gosh, it was the first year in 4 years that I didn't have like an emotional breakdown on my birthday where my friends basically had to pull me out of my house. I was still sad and I missed my dad, of course, but I wasn't an emotional mess. And that to me was like just as great, if not better, than all the weight loss in the world. Like the fact that I know so many people, one of my friends just posted yesterday, that, she met her weight loss goal a year ago, but she continues to use these products because of the mental clarity that it gives her and how it's just changed her life. So for me, that is what we do here. And I am just so excited actually to introduce Sean and to hear his story because I really don't know. I was just asked to introduce him. So Sean, I would love for you to unmute yourself and take it away.
Thank you very much. Having some computer issues. So I'm just going to have to do this from my phone, I guess. Can you hear me okay? All right, cool.
Perfect.
So since the topic today is take action, I'm just going to go through some things that I do to take action because what some people find themselves doing is getting on the morning coffee chats, reading personal development books, getting coached, and all these they're doing all these things to develop themselves and to become better leaders and things like that. And all that stuff is great. But I found myself at times hiding behind all of that training and all of that personal development and failing to take the action. So, so I'd like to talk about some of those things that I'm doing. I skipped over the one part where I'm from the Chicago area. I've been a police officer the past 15 years, and I actually just retired from my police career. So I'm very thankful for this business. So taking action, some of the things I'm going to say might not align with what you and your upline do. So totally take it with basically chew up the meat, spit out the bones, whatever is going to work for you. So one of the things I do right when I wake up in the morning is I go onto my Facebook while my family's still sleeping, and I'll do my happy birthdays. And the reason why I do that is because I wait till it's 3 days after their birthday. So if you go into Facebook, you hit your alerts, you scroll down, look at the birthdays, then it'll let you scroll up to where the birthdays are 3 days ago. And the reason why I do it 3 days late is because so many people get bombarded with hundreds of messages on their birthdays. And I'm trying to stick out from everybody else. So on the third day after their birthday, I'll go in their messenger and say, hey, Amy, I know I'm a little late, but I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. And then I go with a question after that. I say something like, did you enjoy your birthday this year? Did you enjoy your birthday weekend? And then that gets a conversation started. And so I started Facebook like almost 2 years ago. Just being a police officer, we're not encouraged to do a lot of stuff on Facebook. So I just never had a Facebook till about 2 years ago. So, but in that time, I've built up to 5,000 friends. And so it's hard to get to know everybody. But if you wish every single person, every one of your friends, a happy birthday 3 days late, every day the entire year, first thing in the morning, then you'll have touched every single one of your Facebook friends. And so a lot of these people are like, who the hell is Sean Kelly wishing me a happy birthday? So what are they going to do next? They're going to go to my timeline. And so a lot of people will check out my timeline and check out some of my curiosity posts, some attraction marketing posts. And those are the posts that your upline is going to help you with. And then maybe we'll get a conversation going from there. And then everybody should have a script. And my script basically just asks them, hey, do you drink coffee? And then they'll say yes or no. Have you heard about the happy coffee that everybody's talking about? So I'll go from a birthday into a conversation into actually taking that person from a complete stranger to now I'm showing up on their page when they're scrolling. And then my stories, because I do all the Facebook stories like most people do. That's another way to take action every day. And so if they start watching my stories, I'll see some of the people that I wished happy birthday to that I don't even know start seeing their name pop up in who's watching my stories. And then I just brushed over something when I said the upline. So one other thing I want to say about taking action is that we could be the victim, we could be the complainer, we could find things wrong with this business. But obviously we don't want to go that route. So let's just throw out an example. Let's say that your upline does nothing for you. Let's say you don't align with your upline. Let's say your upline fell off the face of the earth and you feel like abandoned. Some people could use that as an excuse to fail, but I know people who just went right above to the next person. And if that person kind of blows them off, I know that in this company, there's so many people that want to help you, whether it's sideline, upline, but don't let it be an excuse. Go to the next person, go to the next person. If you're trying to do a 3-way call with someone and you can't ever get your upline available, go to the next upline up. Don't let, I mean, it's all comes down to you. This is your business. So don't be a victim. Don't be a complainer. Be the person who's going to find a way to succeed. I could tell you that there is, I mean, my upline is amazing, but she could disappear tomorrow and I would not stop. I would still be going to Ambassador. She could decide she's not going to ever answer one of my phone calls again. I'm still going to go to Ambassador and beyond. There is nothing that could stop me. And I need you guys to have that same mindset. You know, there's nothing that could stop us except for ourselves, except for getting in our own way. I understand some people, you know, are going to fly through the ranks faster than others. And you might tell yourself, oh, how come it's taken me so long? And it's everybody's got a different journey and everybody's got different networks. And, you know, some people have been at this for years and they have gone through so many struggles to get to where they're at today, to put themselves in a position where they could fly through the ranks like that. Trust me, we want their victories, but we don't want their struggles. So don't suffer the comparison game. What else here? So another thing that I do to take action is I'll go to a different haircutter every single time. And I just honestly don't really care if it's you know, the quality of the haircut. It could be a great haircut, it could be the worst haircut ever, and I seem to always, it just doesn't bother me. So I see that as an opportunity to, start new relationships, to share my story. You know, when you sit down in a haircutter's chair, that's an opportunity to share. What are they going to ask you? They're going to say, how are you doing? Anything been going on? And I'm going to share with them, hey, yeah, actually, I'm feeling better than I felt in my entire life. You know, I found these naturally based products that have been just doing X, Y, and Z for me. And I'm healthier and happier than I've been in my entire life. So yes, I'm actually doing great. Thanks for asking. And usually it stems some more questions. And then before you know it, you're going to be able to connect with that person and potentially get them in your Facebook group and get them a sample, or maybe just go straight to the 30-day money back guarantee. So that's a way to take action. And I don't think anybody would be uncomfortable just sharing their story. And I'm not being a weirdo about it. I'm not going in there. You don't want to go in there, let's say to the hairstylist, and it's like envisioning them with like a dollar sign on their head, because they could sense that if they're nothing but a prospect to you, if they're nothing but a target to you, they're going to sense that energy. So I think one reason why I've had some success here is because I'm going after the relationship. I love relationships. I love meeting new people. And, you know, so I'm going to try to start a friendship, start relationships with hundreds, thousands of people in the coming years. And some of them, they're obviously all going to know what I'm up to. They're all going to hear my story. They're going to know about the magic that I have. Some of them are going to become customers, some are going to become business partners, but then some are just going to be relationships, and that's fine. So if you go at it with the relationship in mind, then that's going to feel so much better. And that person is not going to sense that energy, that desperate energy of you targeting them for a sale. That's just my opinion, at least. Another thing that I do to take action is I'll go into businesses. Now, small business owners, And one more thing about the haircuts. I do that with a different oil change every time, and I'll give them my business card. My business card shows all the benefits of Happy Coffee. I'll offer samples. You know, I don't like to buy stuff off of Amazon, for example. I want to invest my money, the things that I already got to get anyways. I want to invest that into small business. And when I invest into small business, just because I got an oil change from them doesn't mean that they have to become my customer and that I'm gonna, have an expectation. But I do expect the opportunity to share what I'm up to, and so that's what I do with when I get an oil change, when I get a haircut, when I get a massage, you name it. I mean, I'll just get creative in the way that I'm a consumer, in a way that lets me share what I'm up to and share my business. Another thing I'll do with the small businesses is when I'm going in there, let's say I'll give you an example. I go into a smoothie bar, and it's like a cafe type smoothie bar. I walk in there. He makes all different kinds of smoothies, and he's got wraps and some healthy foods. So who's going to go into the smoothie bar? Mainly health conscious people. Like, you could put chai seeds in your smoothies, you could put turmeric, you could do all these things. I'm like, okay, well, there's a yoga place right next door. Who's going to be his customer? A lot of people that are somewhat health conscious, that somewhat would be open to putting something amazing like the Happy Coffee in their body. So I walk in there, become a customer, introduce myself, and kind of take it slow. I want to build a relationship. And so the first time I'm just a customer, I ask who the owner is. I talk about the owner. He kind of shares his story, because people love to talk about themselves. So the owner shares his story with me. And then I gave him a nice tip, got my smoothie, left. I came back a week later. And in the meantime, I went on his Facebook. That's one thing I left out. I asked him, hey, this is an amazing smoothie. I love your place. I love your location. Where can I put a positive review for you? So then I go on Facebook, was his choice. And I go on Facebook and I give his business a positive review. So he remembers me now. He's like, okay, that's Sean. He seems like a nice guy. He's a customer. He went out of his way, put a positive review on. So then the next time I go in there, I ask them, hey, I have some business cards. Do you mind if I leave some business cards here on display somewhere? And then, of course, that stemmed the question, well, what do you do? And so then I gave him my card. I shared what I'm up to. I shared how, the magic of our products, and he was interested. So right now, his business is struggling. A lot of businesses are struggling because of what's going on. So then he says, yeah, put your cards right here. So I set my cards down, and then and I talked to him about this fishbowl idea. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this fishbowl idea, but basically I said, what I've been doing to help my business grow is I've been putting a fishbowl on the counters in some businesses, and then I make a free raffle. And then I put a little sign up explaining the benefits of the Happy Coffee and the other beverages, and enter this raffle to win a free week of Happy Coffee. So then the owner's like, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to set up a spot on my counter for you. So obviously some owners, and it's totally fine, some business owners are not going to be open to this. This guy was open to it. So the next time I came, I brought a fishbowl. I brought the raffle ticket cards with a name, email, and phone number, brought my business cards, and I set up a little display. Now that is filling up every single week. The jar is full of names, emails, phone numbers, and some really amazing leads. And so now what I do is the one person wins a free week of Happy Coffee. And then what about all the losers? There's like, say, 25 losing cards in that jar. I call up every single one of the losers. And hold on one second. So every single one of the losers, I'll still reach out to them. And phone calls, in my opinion, are best. If we could get off of Facebook Messenger a little bit, I think that would be amazing to personalize this. I realize that some of our business is going to be on Facebook. Some of our business is going to be in Messenger. But I try to do phone calls and face-to-face whenever possible. So then I'll reach out to those people and try to connect with them on Facebook. They're obviously interested in trying the product because they entered the raffle. And then I'll go through the process with them. And, you know, the script, the sample, the 30-day. And I'll offer all of the losers a 2-day sample, but the winner gets a 1-week sample. So that's the fishbowl. And talk to your upline if you want more details on the fish bowls. They're very fruitful, and it's a nice way to mix it up. Some face-to-face, you know, some Facebook, some fish bowls, and you just got to kind of spread it out a little bit instead of focus on just on Facebook. What time we got here? All right. So another thing is to go for no. So you might have heard of a book called Go for No, and what it talks about is you can't be afraid of someone saying no. Ask them the question. If you go through and take action with your warm market customers and with friends and family, then just ask them, hey, I started this new business. These are my products. This is what it's done for me. Would you be willing to be my customer for 1 month? And all I ask is to be my customer for 1 month and give me an honest review of what the products do for you. I am confident that you are going to be in love and you are going to be really happy with what the products do for you. So if you go through close friends and family, and if they say no, that is totally okay. You just, the more no's you get, you're closer to a yes. I actually am getting excited about no's. And some people that are not open to your business at all, you almost want to thank them. If someone says some negative comment about our industry, you almost want to thank them and say, okay, that person is not for me. They're not ready right now, and go on to the next one. Just, I guess the point I'm getting at is taking action is going to lead to some no's, but don't worry about those no's because every single no is going to get you closer to the yes. So some people say go for 5 no's a day. If you go for 5 no's a day, you're going to build a big business because in those no's, there's going to be a lot of yeses too. Also, for customer retention, you know, this is about take action, but we also want to do customer retention. When we do get customers, we want to keep those customers. And that's where the residual income comes from. So Ricky Durant shared something with me recently that I really like that I'm going to start doing. And basically it's cycling. So 30 days, have your customer do the products for 30 days and have them take a Saturday and Sunday off, just 2 days off after a 30-day run. If they take 2 days off, that's going to get their body to kind of reset. And then they're going to realize that they missed the products in those 2 days. And then they could get back started on Monday. So if you tell your customers to do a 2-day reset every 30 days, that's going to keep the fire going. And that's going to, month by month, the benefits get better and better. I've been taking these products every day for like 14 months now. And I could testify that it just gets better and better. So try the cycling off with your customers. Make sure that you show your customers you care. Try to go through your recent orders And everybody who ordered in the last month, try to reach out to them, see how they're doing. So part of the taking action is just customer care. And another thing that people are doing to take action that has been very fruitful is the opportunity Zooms. We have these opportunity Zooms, and get with your upline if you don't have the schedule. We need to start taking action and asking the question, hey, this is what I'm up to, you know, and would you be open to watching a 30-minute opportunity video? We could do it live. If they can't make the live, you could send them the YouTube video. And then if they agree to watch it, again, some people will say no, but many will say yes. And then if they agree to watch it, then you set up a follow-up call. Hey, when can you watch it? Okay, you're gonna watch it at 7:30 tomorrow night. Okay, how about a call at 8:15? Can you do a call at 8:15? Okay, great. And then you do a phone call, not Facebook messages, a real phone call with a third party. And then you pass the ball to Michael Jordan. Who is your Michael Jordan? Somebody in your upline. And so you, your upline, and the person who watched the opportunity call are going to do a three-way call. But we don't call it a three-way call because it just sounds weird to some people. So you just say, I'm going to get you on the line with my close friend. And then a lot of people are coming into the business that way. So a big thing about taking action that I'm going to really be working on myself too is getting people on the opportunity Zoom and then getting them on a three-way call. And then Michael Jordan, who is your upline, is going to help you close them. And then we're going to help them win from there. So at this point, I'm going to wrap it up and open it up for questions. If there's any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to call it a night. All right. Well, thank you all for your time, and go take action. Wish you all the best.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. That was awesome. You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, you
You're
guys.
Thanks,
Have a
Sean.
great night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Good job,
You're welcome.
Sean. Woohoo!
Thank you.